All right,
Face Monkey out on the full way.
welcome along, guys. This is FA Season 3, Round 1. My OBS decided to break 2 seconds before we went live, so this is some great content here. I am Leopold, your lead commentator as always, and joined for this season by Hyper295F1, an absolute dominant teammate of mine who did so much compared to me last season in FA Tier 1. And we've got a very wet qualifying session here in Spain.
Already big slides from the Mercedes at Lucas.
Yeah, it's a difficult track as it is to get right. And the wet is certainly going to make it worse. I think my big question is Yari going to survive this Hyper? Because...
No.
I mean, he's gone through corners.
I'm very surprised certain drivers have taken the full wets out. They're very slow on this game, no matter fucking the conditions at all. So...
most people... There's a few people just coming out now who are on Inters. But first lap will be on board with Face Monkey.
Oh, big snap.
Certainly will have a difficult time on this lap, but down the main straight he comes to start his first lap. And it is going to be a blast all the way towards turn 1, where the visibility behind him is pretty much nothing. On the brakes hard, and he could just about get the car into the apex in second gear. That's how slow he's taking it. Traction control working overtime for base. You can hear it. The throttle, the traction control having a field day. It's a 26.1 first sector, and I can only expect the sector times to get worse from there. Through turn 4, nearly on the grass. Actually did get a little bit of that rear left on it. That traction control is keeping him alive right now, Hyper.
Locks the front left into turn, which is that 7, is it?
Turn 5.
I need to get track map up.
Yeah, don't write full guesses. How flat is he through this right-hander? He is 2 gear shifts down. That's how bad it is. But now it's flat out as he enters the final sector, where he's probably not going to be full throttle, or the traction control won't let him be, until he gets to the long right-hander at the end of the sector. Through the right-hander he goes, and now straighten up the car and try and run it flat out. Down the hill, can he keep it flat out? Just about. Seem to be getting saved a lot by traction control there. A shift down and a lift into the final corner. And the first time is posted at 30.1. That is certainly a benchmark. But we've got ST.
It's not going to last.
Yeah, ST's purple in Sector 2, and he is someone
upshifting very early.
That is called short shifting, Hyper. It is a godly strategy in these conditions.
Not even that. That was early for short shifting. He bogged down a bit. I don't know if he will, but it's a decent lap.
And it's
there's definitely time in that. As Lucas comes across the line.
And he's still washed.
Bad lap.
Yari comes across the line. And you said it was a bad lap from
Oh
Lucas.
my god.
Thoughts?
He's in risk of the 107% rule this season.
I think early on he's going to have a bit of a struggle, especially with the rain as it is in qualifying. But a few invalid laps seem to have come through so far, as Dennis DRK is also at risk of the 107% rule. But Fran Bernoulli is on a pretty good lap right now, just up on where ST was at the end of the middle sector.
But he just can't get the power down there through turn 10 and 11.
Yeah, and on the exit as well, trying to get the power down. And it's a big... It's not actually the biggest lift I've ever seen through that corner in the full wet. I've certainly done worse, but it's already lightened up quite a lot.
Yeah.
At least a dry line is forming and it doesn't look as heavy. Whoa, that shows
my god.
The track improvement. The only challenger, I think, to this will be Owl's Joker or Rian Spencer in the Haas. Those two looking like very good competition for
Max on the better tyre couldn't even get within a second of that.
Yeah, it does take a couple of laps.
But it does look like Inter's conditions now. It looks like full Inter's conditions. Yeah, oh my god, he is very slow through turn 9 now.
Yeah, it'll be a struggle for the first few laps. Joker, I think, will be sending it to the top of the stack, maybe just behind Fran at the end of this lap. It's a 29.7 from him. Next across the line, Rian Spencer, big snap on the exit, and it's only a 30.9 for him.
Oh! Max nearly went round at turn fucking 13.
Yeah, Orabeng went up to P3 as well. It's a good lap from him. Max across the line, it's a 3/10 gain, and I'm sure more time in it.
It looks like he's going again.
Johnsy Boy behind as well. Lap from him. By the way, it's Nathan starting his next effort. Mercedes
Dennis comes across the line. Start his lap.
Yeah, times ever dropping.
Fran again. Fran starts another lap.
God.
Oh.
He's on a lap. It's going to be a 28. It's a 28.4.
What a lap.
That is some adhesion he's got on those wets, but it is almost certainly Inter's conditions now.
Pickle Alex is going to start his lap now.
On a full wet as well.
Lucas is on a lap, it looks like. 8/10 gain currently. This could be a good one. Could put him up top 3.
Yeah,
if he can get the power down.
Top of the hill as well. But this is where we're going to see that changeover now between the wets.
He's still on the full wets.
Yeah,
he's still on the full wets, but there's a huge gap between Fran and the rest of the grid. Simply.
Yeah, trying to see who is on an Inter right now. Still Max on an Inter. Dennis DRK.
John's boy is on a lap, it looks like.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's coming in though. No, he's going to finish the lap.
Yeah,
oh,
Max is coming to the line, and that's a 27.
Ooh, that is the Inters, and John's boy as well. That's the power of the Inters compared.
Yeah. By the way, it's Nathan. It's going to finish.
Look at Fran currently. He's 7/10 gained on the wet still.
Is he going to choose to dive in? He is.
Wow.
7/10 improvement, but I think he realizes it's time for an intermediate, and is just going to take the bet that coming in is the better call. I wonder if Pickle Alex is realizing this yet, because he's on a 102.6 at the end of the sector. We saw that right at the start of the session.
That track genuinely looks like it could be dry within a lap or two.
Yeah, but you know all about when the track looks a little bit dry, Ivan. I think.
But like, that is. Yeah, but I seriously think there is a chance we'll see some dry running at the end of this. Someone risking it, maybe. Maybe a Yari.
Yeah, Pickle Alex, only a 29.8 on those Inters. Owl's Joker's 1.1 up. He is going to finish the lap. What can he pull out the bag?
Stranger must be waiting. He must know something we don't.
It's a
oh my god!
On the full wet. Hyper.
I will love to see Fran now on these Inters. See if he can go. Yeah. Fucking hell! What a lap! Is this coming to the line? Max, is it? Go and start his lap. It looks like.
Yeah, it's a new lap for Max. And sure,
there's a Mercedes.
Coming in for Inters. It's so dry, and Lucas Spurs is still out there on a full wet. By the way,
there's a kick coming through now. Nathan.
Nathan starting another lap on the wet.
Phase Monkey as well. Out lap.
Yeah, a lot of people not choosing to go on Inters, but ST 2.8 up currently, and only more he's going to gain. But a big snap at the rear for ST. Holds it together nicely, and it's just get it through these final couple of corners, get a good time down on this intermediate.
Pickle Alex is coming through as well, but I think his tyres must be overheating at this point because he is sliding everywhere.
There's the lap for the Inters. And Orbeng also behind, up by a 1/10 to his effort.
That was a close one for Alex. Pickle Alex, I think needs to just get off the onto the Inters because he is nowhere near. What a lap! These lap times are plummeting.
I think there's one person we want to ride on board with for the next about minute and a half, though, Hyper. It's gonna be.
He's on his outlap. He is on his outlap. We have a Haas coming to the line. Rian starts his lap. Oh, is he?
Yeah. No, he's not. He validates that final corner. Max goes to the top. Just Barely.
Max has 5 laps on those inters.
As soon as he pits and puts a new set on, he'll be rapid, unless it dries up, which honestly, Hyper, it looks like it might.
The kicks come to the line. No improvement for... Oh, a decent improvement for Nathan. And oh my god! FaZe, this is incredibly close.
Nathan's still on 5-lap-old wets, though, as is Lucas Spurs. And it's just not working for them. Fran
is up
sector
a second in the first sector.
And that's not even where you'll gain it all.
Yeah, the middle sector here is where you'll gain.
Yeah, it didn't show us purple, but down the hill he cascades into turn 6
a bit of traffic.
7. Yeah, hopefully they'll get out of the way. If it's not on a lap, I think that's John's
boy.
On an out lap. Pulls beautifully out of the way, and Fran looking confident in these conditions.
Yari starts his lap, and everyone else seems to be peeling into the pits.
Fran is on a banger right now, 3.2 up in the middle sector. That already, if he kept that advantage, would put him P4 on the grid. But there's still going to be time to find through this entire final sector. There's a slow-moving V-carb on the inside, pulls straight into the pits. I'm assuming that's going to be Max out of fuel. But he's going to come across the line, and Fran
at 23 seconds. What a lap.
Surely there are people now abandoning those full wets. If you've not abandoned the full wets already, sort your life out,
Nathan is still on track.
On 5-lap-old full wets, surely he put... I think he's low fuel mode in the
He's out of fuel, yeah.
Yeah, so that'll at least force him to get off those full wet tyres.
Joker's on his out lap, and Yari will be next across the line. He's up 8 tenths.
He's up 3 seconds now in the middle sector.
Now
it's not going to be close enough for pole right now, Hyper.
It'll be top. I think it will come out though to P6, maybe.
I think
2 seconds in that last sector
is where he's going to find himself. I think, by the way, it's Nathan. Everyone behind, by the way, it's Nathan, are the ones who need to get on an Inter, because they've all likely been on.
Dennis is currently suffering the 107% rule.
And there goes Yari, P6, so just jumps ahead of Orobeng. Johnsy Boy 3 seconds up in the middle sector as well. This will be a good lap if he can hook it all together.
Oh, I seen someone slide there. I think it was Rian.
Yeah, times though cascading down all the time as the track gets a little bit dry. We might not see fully dry conditions this session, but the track is improving. It's a 23.8 for Johnsy Boy. It's a 25.1 for Dennis DRK, and it's a 24.3 for Rian. The times are falling away now. The time is coming into the track. Yari's found a little bit more in Sector 1, still pushing that Ferrari car to his absolute limit. And he's got his teammate in Joker just behind him as well. The Ferrari, ahead of him, sorry, who's 2 seconds up, and only 2 seconds up, but he had a very good full time.
Pickle Alex is currently at risk of the 107% rule by 5 tenths of a second.
That is intriguing. Stranger McD still not left the pit lane, by the way.
He must be waiting for dry. There must be dry coming. There's no way he's sitting in the pit lane with these times.
Yeah, I've been sent a message, legend, about my intermediate setup. Joker goes P3 with that lap. Yari pulled into the pits to end his effort. Looks like he'll be going for one last dry tyre. For one last inter tyre. It has stopped raining, though. I just don't think we'll see slicks. Is anyone risking?
How long left do we have?
I can't tell you because there's a hash going slowly in the middle sector. That must be Rian. I think he's out of fuel. Which is unfortunate. Dennis DRK coming to start a lap now. And we must be close to the end. I can't wait for Rian to get off this track so I can see what's going on. Max and Orobeng and
Joker
Yari
up a massive 7 tenths.
Down.
Oh, up. It
was plus.
Was it?
He's on a cooldown at the moment, I think.
It looked like it was up.
Really cool. Oh, Rian hits the pit wall on the way into the box.
Lucky.
Sends it absolutely flat out into the pit lane. Dennis DRK went fastest in Sector 1. Lucas Spurs is 2 seconds up in that middle sector as it stands. It is drying up. Who is the gamble? Who's going to feel like it? There's 6 people right now looking at a soft tyre thinking, that's my tyre. Lucas Spurs is in with 2 to go. That's his session likely over. I don't think he'll be able to get back out. But everyone needs to leave now if they want to get out on any sort of tyre.
Well, if the current pole is gained by literally only 7/10 of a second, we will have no Pickle Alex.
And Joker's 8/10 up on his lap. That's only half a second behind Fran Bernoulli's. It might be drying up here in Spain, but is it going to be dry enough that those slicks
Purple first
are
sector for
find
Joker.
the grip?
Yep,
Yeah, it's
purple
all a
first.
question, though. The gamblers. We've got Fran Bernoulli, Johnsy Boy, Rian Spencer.
DRS
It's
is on.
DRS enabled. So, have these dry runners just had their thoughts proven? There's a slow-moving Ferrari in the middle sector of Yari. I think just... Is he stopped? What's going on?
Oh, Dennis is out.
What's happened to Dennis?
Turn 1.
Turn 1. We haven't got a camera there right now. Joker 2.3 up. This might have been a misplay from... He's just retired.
I think he pulls in. On track. Oh, he has, yeah.
I think, yeah, Dennis has just retired on track. Here comes Joker across the line. It is a 3-second improvement. Phase Monkey. So,
say goodbye to... Luca could be out here.
Phase
Fully.
Monkey's 2.7 up right now as well. So this track may be drying up. Look at the traffic on Phase Monkey's screen.
God.
He has been blocked to all heaven. There's a Red Bull on the racing line, and Phase Monkey's lap has been ruined by Johnsy Boy. That is not what he needed. Joker is on his final effort. Is there anyone ahead of him? It doesn't look like it. Joker will be the first man across the line. There's a Kick Saber. I think that's Phase Monkey who's retired in the final sector. His lap.
This is ruined. It. Last laps. Joker up again.
Yeah, but it's not by much.
But
Fran will be absolutely biting at the chance to do anything here. Joker's a second up. This track is drying. Is it dry enough for those who were the last across the line? And do they have enough clear air?
3 seconds up. Fran is in the first sector alone.
It's
Joker
dry.
Joker's probably going to plummet here.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. He's going to cross the line. It's going to be an 18 here. An 18-9.
Wow. Here comes Yari and here comes
Nathan is
ST.
8 seconds up.
Yari Pool!
Only provisionally, though. Nathan is 8 seconds up at the end of the middle sector, nearly 9. So anything can happen yet. We can't get too excited about the Yari pole because Nathan's going to come across the line. It's going to be a 14-1 for him. Johnsy Boy kept it valid, kept it good enough. Will he get something in the next race? It's a 13-9 for him. Max goes third. What has Fran got on the board? He goes... He invalidated, maybe. He spun at the final corner.
Fran is washed. Fran is
He's
washed.
thrown right at the end of qualifying. Fran has absolutely thrown that session. I want to know what happened to Stranger McD as well, because he just kind of didn't do anything. Lucas Spurs invalidated his effort. Phase Monkey didn't get a chance to do his final effort. Dennis DRK invalidated his final effort. Lucas Spurs came in too late and couldn't get a final run, and Stranger McD didn't even leave the garage.
I think we're going to have to bin off the 107% rule this session because currently we'd only have 9 drivers legally allowed to race.
Yeah, Stranger McD says he couldn't be asked for wet qualifying, by the way, and it dried up right at the end.
Jesus.
Right, so we will be back in about 10 minutes after we've reset this lobby.
Yeah.
And welcome back. We're just waiting for everyone to get their setups on and get everything going. It is a beautifully sunny time in Spain, in stark contrast to qualifying, where it practically pissed it down the whole time. And I don't think a few people were very happy with how much it was raining in the qualifying session. But we're going to have a formation lap momentarily if I remember to enable it, which it should be enabled in the config because I changed that earlier. If not, then we're scuffed once again. And we can't do what Hyper has prepared all week for. We're just waiting for everyone to get readied up, get their tyres on, get their setups on.
All week, yeah, we'll say that.
all week, not just 10 minutes in a car or something.
10 minutes on BandLab.
Alright, so we have the formation lap getting underway. And there's a new Hyper design segment.
Would you like to give us our amazing commentary of our favourite segment that I've definitely came up with and not stolen from another league I used to race in?
Yeah, so welcome along. It is going to be tyre time.
Tyre time.
The production quality of a mobile phone from Hyper. Thank you for that, Hyper. So welcome for the tyres. We've got Rian Spencer on the soft compounded tyre. Johnsy Boy is going to be lining up alongside him on a medium with Nathan on a soft. We've got Orbang and Max taking the medium tyre. Quiet Boy, one of the two drivers starting on a hard alongside Pickle Alex on the medium. And then Yari, who's been taken out by his teammate on the formation lap, is starting on the hards. That's reminiscent of my first ever league race when my teammate sent me off into the gravel on Kota. ST on the mediums along with Joker. Fran, who had a terrible final corner on his final qualifying lap, in 11th on the mediums, and down to 14th of Lucas Spurs is the mediums. Stranger McD rounds out the field on a soft tyre, so the field in a soft tyre sandwich. Hyper, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, they're going to be done after lap 4, so, like, it's probably the wrong decision.
Not live around here, I drove some laps earlier.
3 corners and they'll be overheating, especially with the time of day. Like, if it had been midday as well, it would have been even worse.
Yeah, so looking at my information here, the soft can do 10 laps, the mediums can do 15, the hards can do 19. Obviously those numbers are based on someone actually competent at driving, and we've got the likes of Yari in this grid. But we're going to be getting ready for lights out here in just a moment. And as the red lights come on in front of the drivers here for the Spanish Grand Prix, the start of Season 3, it's lights out and away we go.
It's a bad start for Rian.
Yeah, Johnsy Boy, though, not quite able to do anything. There's a bit of lag in the background. Can Johnsy Boy get up the inside of Rian into Turn 1? Not quite able to send it in the background. Lots of contact between drivers. Joker's managed to get up to 8th. And somehow everyone's surviving this, though.
One of the cars got damaged. I seen a bit of carbon fibre fly off. I think it was one of the Williams drivers.
Yeah, it looks like ST early on in this race with wing damage, as positions are swapping all the time. Pickle Alex up to P6.
Yari is in the bin with a great move, though, back on Stranger.
Can he get the traction, though? No. Stranger's soft tyres that are actually warmed up doing something for him. Out in front, Rian is followed by Nathan. How long can they hold on to those soft compound tyres? Probably not very long, as Yari continues to lose places on this opening lap. It's not surprising.
Stranger McD and ST.
This should be a very easy move for Stranger ST with that wing damage. He doesn't have wing damage.
It looked like he had a bit. Someone had a bit of carbon fibre fly off.
Well, we'll find out very shortly, probably, because they might be pulling into the pits if they do have damage. But everyone seems to get through lap 1. And that is the important
very
thing.
wide. Someone was very wide there.
Yeah, Rian with a great start, followed by Nathan, but Johnsy Boy, the real net leader at the moment. Those guys on softs probably not able to do a one-stopper here. and somehow
I don't think anyone
everyone
will.
alive. It's a very easy one-stop if you're on a medium or a hard right now. On a soft, you need to take those beyond their breaking point to make it work. Fran Vanuli is closing on Quiet Boy. Can he get anything done in this middle sector? Looks like Quiet's still trying to do a bit of tyre warm up in front of Fran. That's how hard the hards are around here. Yeah. It is the hardest range, the C3, C2 and C1 around this track, and that C1 will be a beautiful tyre for the whole stint.
It looks like Frando cannot keep in with the dirty air, especially through turn 9, I think that is.
Yeah, and Quiet Boy, he did actually disclose to me.
Oh,
just the
Pickle Alex. Very wide.
Yeah, Quiet Boy did disclose to me the other day he likes a lower drag setup on his car. He'd rather run the lower downforce and maybe sacrifice a bit in the corner, so this could help him in defending against
I'm watching Fran right now. He is not gaining at all down the straights with the DRS and deploying battery, so that could be an interesting battle to watch, as we have the top three pretty close together on track still.
Yeah, but how long do those two soft runners have any sort of tyre for? Lap 3 started here in Spain, and things looking decent for the time being. They might be following the game's recommended soft double medium, which I wouldn't recommend Rian with a big jump over that sausage curve there. Lucky to get away with that. That can fling you, but Johnsy Boy is very close to, by the way, it's Nathan right now, who needs to try and stay with Rian through this final sector to keep that DRS advantage, but Rian's clean air out in front will really be helping him. We'll sweep through the final.
Oh, Nathan had a big snap. Big snap.
Struggling,
that puts him under pressure a lot now.
And not much battery, but John's Boy not deploying. He's happy to stick where he is right now, but he's risking dropping that lead DRS. ST going for it on straight.
Everyone pretty bad on battery.
Yeah.
John's Boy by far the best of the field right now. Only second to Pickle Alex.
Yeah, and we know what Phase Monkey's like on battery around here from a previous race. Dennis is trying to go for it on Phase Monkey now, up on Stranger McD, sorry, up the inside. Can he hold on to it, Stranger? He's forced onto the grass, and he is not going to be too happy with that.
Locked up the fronts as well, nearly clean Dennis out of it.
Yeah, disappointing for Stranger. Will he be a little bit hot-headed about that, though?
That probably is, though, going to start being the fall-off for the soft tyres.
Yeah, Nathan's going to be getting hurt worse than Rian as well.
Yeah, with the dirty air. Let's see what he's like through the turn 14 now.
Yeah, can't get the power down. He's dropped DRS. Can he just get back into it? He's used a bit more battery. It's a big snap and he's off! And that's the positions lost. Those softs are gone on Nathan's car, and now Johnsy Boy will push to get himself back into position here. Joker going for it on Phase Monkey, who's gonna try and come back into turn 1. Can't quite get the move done in the horrible glitched out Kick Sauber. And Nathan really struggling on those tyres. He's barely able to put the lock on into the corners as it stands, and that is going to be costing him heaps of time.
And John's Boy is back into the DRS nearly.
You'd expect after this chicane that he could get that DRS. Not quite though. Rian's managed to stay out of it, but you think...
But he's dropped DRS to Orbang as well.
Yeah, the pace is definitely with the top two right now. Here comes Pickle Alex and Nathan. It should
he should make this, yeah by a good
Nathan
bit.
Not
well before the corner.
I think Nathan knows he's done the wrong thing with the tyres.
Oh, ST had a big snap coming out of turn 10.
Struggling on traction. Fran actually up to 7th.
And John's Boy's back into DRS.
Yeah, Fran Vanuli though out the final corner. Is he going to be able to do anything on Nathan? He's going to know he's on those soft tyres. He's going to know that Nathan's struggling. Nathan actually might try and go for it into turn 1. late as he can on the brakes up the inside. He's a little bit of contact into the side pod.
And he's hit Fran. Fran's hit him.
Yeah, contact for Fran, and that's like Quiet Boy. Can he hang it around the outside? Just doesn't quite have the downforce on that car, and won't resend it into the next corner. But Nathan clearly struggling on board with Fran. Is Fran going to start getting a bit frustrated? Behind the Kick Sauber, who he knows is slow as Max, is the first one to get a penalty this race. That is very surprising.
That's someone I wouldn't have thought, especially with the pace difference he has to a lot of people in this thing. Like, oh my god. Look at Nathan's rear as he goes through turn 9. He hasn't an ounce of grip.
That car looks harder to drive than the Ferrari F14T right now. And that was an absolute shitbox.
That's worse than the SF1000.
And
oh my god.
And that
look at the gap though. Look at the gap between John's boy.
Fran clears Nathan because
Nathan's in.
Is John's
Fran
boy
has
no
DRS though.
Is Auerbach going to go for it on Max though? Round the outside, can't quite get it done. He's trying to look for a switchback, but Max always golden in how he's placing that car. No issues for him.
Stop. Onto the hards for Nathan. Looks a bit slow.
It'll be a stretch for Nathan, but might be doable to get to the end on that set of tyres. We'll have to see Hyper.
Stranger's
as the race
pit.
Goes on. Yeah, very early stop
mediums.
For him as well.
He must have had damage.
This will be a 2-stop then for Stranger. The Haas is enveloping the field right now. Last and first for Haas.
Yari is a good bit away. We could see him be the first lap of this race, but we don't know yet. But it's looking like that's what it will be.
With Yari, he could be lapped, he could be out. We don't know until it's over. And actually, I've just noticed this Hyper. From Max down is a huge DRS train down to P12.
Yeah. And they're not and Max is not pushing enough.
Pickle Alex with a massive snap on the exit curb of turn 11 there, just really struggling to get the car.
No, Fran must be running ridiculously high wings.
I think I could tell you as John's boy has cleared Rian into turn 1. Fran's probably running 29-20 wings.
Wow, that is pretty high.
Yeah, I thought that too. Trust me, it's not.
Is it?
No, it's not.
He seems to be struggling so much down the straights.
Yeah,
very slow. Max is very slow there.
Yeah, it must be a bit of a struggle for him.
Stranger's out.
What's
next? And yeah, and he leaves. I wanted to see a dead guy. John's boy. By the way, we've missed it, but John's boy's taking the lead.
I did spot that before I did bring it up, but he's not managed to pull DRS from Rian yet. Somehow holding on to those softs a lot better than Nathan in the Kick Sauber. How long can he drag these softs? I think is my question, because he seems to be taking it quite easy.
If he pits now, he's ahead of Yari.
And he does pit.
Yeah,
Max
he's ahead of Yari.
In the final sector, pulling DRS. Auerbach's made a mistake here, because Pickle Alex is right on his rear end. Quiet Boy has gone past Fran Bernoulli on before really the DRS zone. It's a big scrap. What a squeeze from Auerbach into turn 1. Tries to look for
move from
Fran up the inside. He's round. Both McLarens with contact. Auerbach backwards. Fran somehow survives in P5, but that DRS gap has opened up around them. And is anyone going to be able to capitalize on this? Auerbach gets going down in P11 now.
Fucking STs. Or Stranger, sorry, car. But that looked like Fran caused that by sending it too deep into that corner. And it looks like he hit his teammate.
Yeah, and that's the one rule of thumb in F1. Never hit your teammate. They're your best friend, not your rival. But can Fran do anything on Quiet Boy now? Because he really needs to get through on the Williams while the Williams doesn't have DRS, but he's hardly gaining even with the battery. What wings is Quiet Boy on?
He must be on like 2.
2-0 wings, probably. Considering that straight line speed.
And Johnsy Boy has just eked out nearly a 3-second gap.
That is just undescribable.
Quiet's into the box. That is a very early stop for someone on the hards.
Wait, he was on hards and he's boxed?
That is a very early stop. I have no idea what he could be doing. Aurabeng's in as well. He must have got damage. Let's see the stops.
There must be damage for those two, yeah. But Fran now released a
slow stop, it looks like. Slow stop from Aurabeng. Good stop from Quiet. On to mediums. Mediums and hards for Quiet and Aurabeng.
We'll have to see how this develops now, because a huge split in strategy. What did Rian go into, Hyper?
Rian went on to hards.
So Rian, a little bit more feasibly than Nathan, could go to the end here.
Yeah.
On that hard compound tire, it's still going to be tricky.
3 lap difference, but if we're assuming by the softs anyway, Nathan's probably cooking his tires.
Yeah, damage to a tire is so easy to happen around here. Just those snaps you can get. But you've got to remember, Nathan also probably contributed about 4%, but there's massive.
Max is in. Max is in. Max is in to undercut.
It's a very early stop for Max, but can he make it work? Fran Bernoulli now
under pressure
is
Dennis.
From
Dennis
Joker.
And Fran. Or
Joker
not Fran, Max, sorry.
Turn 1. Just couldn't quite get the straight line speed on Fran, but they look very similar.
Mediums for Max.
Yeah, and it's 15.9 for Rian
Mediums
Spencer.
for Dennis.
Rian is going to be miles in the lead right now, and this will be worrying Johnsy Boy just a little bit. But if Rian pushes his hards too hard, then it might be a 2-stop for the Haas driver compared to the 1 for the Red Bull.
It looks like something's happened to Aurabeng on that lap. He has a huge gap now.
Just maybe that's hard tyre warm-up though. You know, it's a very difficult tyre to get into a window.
But nearly
so well.
4.5 seconds of a gap between Pickle Alex and the leader.
Yeah, Johnsy Boy just in a race of his own right now. The last time Johnsy Boy raced here, he was only challenged by FaZe Monkey, who couldn't get the battery life together.
He's in. He's in. John's Boy's in. But it also looks.
Pickle in.
It also looks like he's carrying a lot more fuel compared to anyone else.
You don't need much around here, I've discovered. It's not a ridiculously high fuel load, especially if
this is Fran being released now. We'll see how much he can pull in the clean air.
Yeah, but Joker will be a threat as well. He's kind of stuck with Fran the whole time. Quiet Boy 15.2 fastest lap. No wonder Johnsy Boy was in the pits. He's been undercut by Max, by Rian. Max is now back in that DRS zone.
Johnsy Boy 4 seconds ahead. Yeah, 3-4 seconds ahead. Yari is somehow in P5. I'm surprised he didn't pit first.
Well, Yari's on hards. I just don't think he got damage. And that's typically the reason he pits very early on in these races. And Joker actually now will be looks to be trying to put the moves on Fran a little bit, closing in this final sector. But will either of these be thinking about boxing yet, or are they going to try and force out a one-stopper here? Because it still is just a little bit early for a hard to be pushed to the end around here. Fran stays out, Joker stays out, but Joker is very close. If he can carry the speed through that final corner, which he has, there is now threat to Fran's lead. Down the main straight, there's just not enough straight line speed for Joker on the way into turn 1 and can't quite clear Fran Bernoulli there, despite the mega slipstream he had. And
Yari looks to let Rian past. Yeah.
I think rightfully so, but Max might come under pressure here. Johnsy Boy behind. Actually, no, he's just keeping his battery in check. Max still has good pace on his medium tyres right now, so it's definite 2-stop for Max.
Nathan has fit 6 laps ago and is still behind Johnsy Boy with the undercut.
Yeah, he just lost a bit too much time, I think, as Quiet with a big snap out of turn 4. I think he lost a bit too much time with those slides on the softs, maybe a lap earlier into the pit, but is he going to be able to take those tyres to the end?
It looks like I assume both Fran and Joker will be in this lap.
We'll have to see. Joker very close. Might even... It's not going to happen if they do.
Fran doesn't. Nope. FaZe is in.
So FaZe makes the jump. Lucas Spurs stays
Lucas
out.
doesn't.
But Rian Spencer is actually going to be...
Does Yari pit and get out of the way? No, he doesn't.
No, Yari's on hards. He's going to try and one-stop this. I think no matter what. It's his only chance compared to a field of two-stoppers. If he can just keep himself in a good position, you know, top 10 for the next few laps, he stands a great chance.
It's 20 seconds. If he gains 20 seconds by not pitting. Oh, and here we see fucking ST sending it on Dennis. Doesn't get it.
Get a switchback though, and a third switchback maybe through the dirty end. No, just hangs it around the outside.
He's
Dennis on soft.
Gonna send it again. It looks like.
Medium. All the battery up the inside for ST.
He's gotta get the switchback though.
Dennis comes back. Can he hang it around the outside? No, it's gonna be
he's
another switchback.
He's braked late. Oh, they've hit each other.
Dennis has made contact, and that's given ST the position at this point. Dennis still pushing the battery on that straight to try and get onto the back of ST. Nothing coming of it, and now
Fran and Joker pit
on the back.
Fran is in.
Joker follows.
Joker's in. Let's see if Lucas goes in. Lucas stays out.
So Lucas, one more lap on those mediums, and I think that's all he'll be able to take.
There's will Joker get him? No, he won't. He just misses him. Just missed out on overtaking Fran in the pit stops there.
Yeah, Yari's actually got DRS off Max, but into turn 1, Johnsy Boy easily clear of the driver on ancient tyres compared to him. But now Yari's going to be a massive bottleneck. We saw this in URC Singapore.
Dennis and ST have split Joker and Fran.
That is...
That could be race defining.
Yeah, Quiet Boy going round the outside. By the way, it's Nathan, mediums against hards. There's contact between the two of them. Nathan really poor on the exit. I think the contact.
He's going to send it.
Doesn't send it, but there's still opportunities. Look at what Yari's done here.
Yeah.
Though. The split. You suffered from this before, Hyper. Just having one back marker in the way just opens that gap, and Quiet decides to stick behind. Maybe for that DRS.
Well, Lucas is probably in this lap. He's not. Wow.
He stays out, so he's taking those tyres beyond the numbers. Unless he's just playing for a safety car, which I don't think we're going to have. This has been some
very
immense
clean
battling between everyone.
The only thing I could see is maybe a spin at turn 5.
Yeah, here goes Quiet now. Past Yari. It's not even close. Nathan.
Oh, Nathan comes
through on the inside. Yep. Not really a debate. I think Yari knows this is not his race right now. Dennis
and
Fran battling it out. Dennis not able to keep
this could be bad for Fran.
Yeah, unless he's just got that more grip and that downforce
look at that through there.
Yeah, it helps he has just that much more downforce on the car as well, if you think about it.
It looks like Rian's finally gonna get Lucas though.
Yeah, but a little bit of a hold up through these couple of corners.
He's got to lift so much.
Yeah, he's just not had the run. Can Rian dive it?
He's going to send it. Yeah.
And Lucas, I think, very rightly.
We get the switchback though.
Out of the way.
Yeah.
I mean, ancient.
Dennis 3 seconds. Looks like he just went wide there.
You know what though? That's only the second penalty. Dennis is around.
He locked it up and he's retired.
Dennis is retired.
That's a penalty.
That is.
That's a penalty for the next race. And Lucas in.
But no safety car still. Somehow.
Wow.
This is some incredible luck for Rian, who really needs his tyre strategy to work.
I've just noticed something. Lucas is wearing a Ferrari helmet whilst driving a Mercedes.
And he's not going to get the best love from the Mercedes fans for that.
No.
I don't think. Get on board with him. Yeah. Naughty, Lucas. Naughty. That Ferrari helmet is not allowed. And actually, Nathan's starting to lose to Quiet Boy now. As Max still just closing in on Johnsy Boy. who doesn't seem to be able to close in on Rian right now, despite the tyre difference between them.
3 laps, yeah. It's a pretty big difference, especially around here. That front left round here gets very warm very quick.
Yeah, just little gains here and there for Johnsy Boy, but Rian will either be pitting again or doing a lot of management come the end of this race, so that's where
he'd have to start his management soon if he was going to make it, because it's what, maybe 16 laps at max around here?
Yeah, something around there. Yari's dropped out of DRS of Fran here, which
very
is
close,
really going to
very
hurt
close
him.
around the end of the straight. Joker and thing.
No move though from ST and Joker on Yari. So the bottleneck, the Belgian bottleneck, holding up the field once again at this stage of the race. And really just stopping these guys from getting back to where
same with Fran. Fran, I don't know what's happened to him. He doesn't have the pace. Alex is a bit of a snap.
Yeah, Alex is one of the drivers I'd rate quite highly on this grid.
Max has hit the sausage curb. Lost a bit of time. But Johnsy Boy, 3 laps fresher tyres and has lost time on the last 2 laps.
I would ask if Rian's pushing right now. He seems to be flicking the wheel a bit harder than you'd expect for someone that is saving some tyres right now. As FaZe Monkey
he must be doing a 2-stop. FaZe Monkey's done the old layout. Something's happened to him.
Yeah, maybe a bit of contact on the straight. Just losing him a lot of time there. And
no damage, it looked like.
ST now needs to clear Yari. And Fran really needs to clear Pickle into turn 1. Fran, easiest move of his life.
Will Yari just let his teammate through? He doesn't.
Yeah,
he makes him work for it.
Well, not really a fight though. Just
no, not a fight, but
drive through.
Yeah.
You know, maybe not as nice as Joker would have wanted from his teammate. But now the question I think is, well, Max has to stop again. He's on mediums again, so...
Rian probably too, because he has 10 lap old tyres right now.
Yeah, I just want to watch him through turn 9 here. How does he do it?
He's flat.
He's flat, and he's also a little bit...
Joker's lifting, or Johnsy Boy's lifting, sorry.
Yeah, he's also putting a bit more scrub through the tyre than I'd expect as Rian. So likely a 2-stop for him. Yeah, flicking the car into this right-hander very aggressively for Rian. So the 2-stop might be the call for the Haas.
I know this probably isn't much of a meaning, but I'm looking at the back of this Haas. The left rear looks very warm.
Yeah, it looks worse than all the other tyres. So likely, as Max disconnects.
Oh, I don't have him, man.
Luckily, I have him still added. Get him in. Fran sets the fastest lap now. He's been released and he's on the back of Nathan now. Joker and ST wheel to wheel. There's contact. There's more contact. ST's in the wall. Joker's off the track.
Joker has a damaged wing. Wow.
Calamity for those two drivers as Quiet Boy gets
as
past
the Mercedes
Max.
Comes through.
Yeah, Lucas Spurs is cleared now, those two, and they're surely going to have to do a pit stop now as well with that wing. Max gets back into the lobby.
wing, very damaged, neither end plate.
Yeah, look how much Max has lost just with that disconnection. It's 4 to 5 seconds at this point. Nathan gets a big snap for Nathan.
Lost Fran. Fran had a bit of a snap too, it looks like.
I mean, nowhere near as bad as what Nathan had. That is some incredible...
Nathan is probably pitting again, and probably soon, because 13 laps to the end it is right now. He's on 13 lap old tyres.
Yeah, and if you're struggling that much, a pit stop will be necessary. Nathan is going to be under a lot of pressure here from Fran. And down
Quiet Kid probably thinking the same as well. He's on 11 lap. Oh!
Big squeeze from Nathan.
Yeah.
On Fran, not really necessary as Yari finally pits.
That's Yari in.
So that's Yari breaking the numbers one
and ST.
Said. ST
and Joker stays out.
I think because Yari's in the pits, he thought he might lose more time. I don't think that's how it'd work. But
yeah, I think. Yeah, Yari wouldn't have been stationary.
Hyper, when Fran is in clean air, he is flying. He's straight onto the back of Quiet Boy again.
But look, once he gets onto the back of Quiet Boy, he's going to lose so much time. He's like, it's 8 seconds he has to John's boy, or no, to the leader, sorry, right now.
Yeah, but the one saving grace for Fran here is he's actually kept his battery in a lot better check than Quiet Boy, so he's got about 20% advantage when I last saw, and Quiet very wide on the exit of turn 11. And
he's probably coming into the pits.
Quiet's in.
Yeah, Quiet's in.
Off his mediums. That's his stint over. It'll probably be a hard.
So is Nathan. Nathan as well.
Unsurprising, Fran
and
actually
Max
benefiting here. DRS, is Max still in AI? No. So
Max is in. Orbang's in. These will probably all be onto medium tires.
And the question is, right? What's Yari got?
Yari's on mediums. Yari's on mediums. For some reason, it looked like Max went on to used mediums. Well, here comes Joker. Joker's back in. Yeah, that was weird. Joker's back into this now. He'll be a bit of a moving roadblock with that damage, but
I think a good play from him overall, just to try and hold on at least. For as long as
Fran's not catching. Fran hasn't caught at all this lap, even with the DRS gain. He's actually lost time.
Very stable there, but there's a lot of this race to go, and how much better has Fran kept his tyres than those other guys around him? Because maybe this is a long game again. Just play it safe early on and be quick at the end. Rian's in.
Yeah, that's expected. He's going on to mediums probably. Johnsy Boy stays out. Fran stays out. Alex is in.
Yeah, a lot of people opting for this two-stop around
I
Spain.
wonder if Alex will beat Fran out of the pits now. It'll be interesting.
If Fran even boxes again.
I think he will have to.
Johnsy Boy.
It's 18 laps on them hards.
That is possible, Hyper. It is possible.
It's possible, but you're in puncture territory, I think, at that point.
No, you're not in puncture territory at 18 laps.
No?
As long as he's keeping those tyres good enough right now.
Alex comes out ahead of Max. That's big for him.
Yeah, well, Max did have that disconnect, but it's good that he's back ahead. But now, all these people on that two-stop now have all the gains once again to make. And do they have the tyres, and do they have the time to get to their rivals ahead of them?
Rian has came out in P4. Currently, what, 10, 14, 15 seconds, is it?
Yeah, off the leaders. Well, off the lead of... Well, off Fran. 14 seconds off Fran. Right.
Oh, Fran's very wide there.
Seconds.
Fran might be struggling. He's gone very wide there into turn 13, 14.
Yeah, his tyre temperature's not looking very ideal on the front. Over the 110s at this point. But
that's nearly 120 on the wheel.
Yeah, 120 on the rear. Closing in on. But he's doing a great job right now. Especially as recovery. His Fran's gone sideways.
He's done an Alonso. He has done an Alonso.
He's kept it going. Did he get damage?
No damage.
It doesn't look
no
like
damage.
He did. So that could be a
sets
saving
him. What
grace.
a lap, sorry.
Yeah, the pace coming in at the end of this race.
Is that Yari? Joker's finally in. He's probably fixing the wing. Yeah.
Yeah, so Yari beating Joker right now. Who
and
thought
ST.
that would be happening?
It might be lasting for very long, but...
Yeah, the Fran snap now, how much is that costing?
It's cost him 3.5 seconds. It's cost him.
Is that going to cost him the chance to one stop
with tyre wear? Phase Monkey's traction control saving him again. I can hear it.
Oh, is that Fran's?
Fran's in.
That'll be amusing.
This will be interesting. Rian's ahead. Rian is ahead. Luca is ahead. Quiet's ahead. Nathan's a maybe, but if he's behind Pickle, he could also be behind Orbang. If it's a bad stop. No, he won't be behind Orbang. He's definitely behind Pickle though.
Yeah, not needed for Fran. But on the
Yeah,
pace, it's
behind.
9 to go. On those medium
This really looks like it's Rian's right now.
Unless FaZe.
Oh! He nearly binned it. He nearly binned it. He went wide at the exit of turn 5 or turn 4. Sorry. Hit the grass and nearly was round.
Yeah, lucky for Rian to still be going in a straight line after that. We saw on Monday just what that can do to you. Somehow that guy still won the race. But Rian really now has to clear FaZe Monkey and do it fast if he wants a chance of getting past Johnsy Boy, because
Johnsy Boy stays out.
Looks like he might go to the end here.
13 seconds the gap is.
And you'll have 7 laps to do it, 8 laps to do it.
That's what, 2 seconds a lap nearly.
I don't think he'll have that advantage. FaZe straight out.
FaZe lets him go.
I think
Lucas
smart from FaZe though. Just let him go, get the toe on the main straight, at least have some sort of
try
advantage.
stick with him, yeah.
The question now is Fran. What can he do?
Fran, he's not able, he's burning his battery a lot. Pickle Alex doesn't really defend. Doesn't need to.
There's a need for him, to be fair. Those hard tyres and the straight line speed on that Alpine really helping him. Fran just not able to do anything, still burning and just trying to throw Pickle off right now. But the grip of that fresh medium up the inside, around the outside, he'll try and hang it. Pickle tries to fight it back, but there's no way through for Pickle.
Look like we had a contact from Pickle. Alex's right front end plate. Doesn't look like he has damage.
Rian's gained 2.5 seconds, by the way.
No, he's only gained 1.
He was 11 seconds at the start of the lap.
Oh.
He's gaining on Johnsy Boy at the rate you might need. He's gained 3 seconds over this lap.
5 laps left. 5 laps left. 2 seconds he needs to gain.
Yeah,
but look at the battery difference though. There's 20% difference. That's a lot. Johnsy Boy clearly isn't pushing.
Yeah, the question will be, can Johnsy Boy deploy a little bit more while Rian's going to be deploying everything he's got?
And looking at Johnsy Boy's tyres, they're very warm. All over 100 except the front right. And it's the same for Rian, who's 111 on.
That's very typical. I see 117 on the hard is still fine.
Seriously?
That's how resilient. Yeah, it's the C1, mate. It's resilient as all hell. It hangs on. It might not be optimal grip, but it's not overheating either. Rian, another second only.
Fran very close to max.
Yeah, you can see the downforce at work on Fran's car right now. He's just able to.
But the dirty air.
In that dirty air. Yeah, he needs to be getting the run.
Oh my God! What happened to Nathan? He lost a lot of time. I was watching Fran.
He seems to be struggling again on tyres. What is he doing to his tyres if he's still struggling to keep it in a straight line on what is a fresh enough hard tyre on that car?
ST
picks up a 3 second.
Oh, Fran has a big snap.
Very wide for Fran as well. That might cost him on the main straight.
Nathan going at max.
That'll be an easy
takes back his position. Look at how much Fran closes up in the braking. That is the difference between mediums and hards.
Yeah.
And then he's got to drift wide and lose all that time back.
Yeah, Fran's also recharged the battery here. Can he take a different line
By the way,
Max is wide, and that's Fran through.
2.5 seconds already.
This will be very close at the end between Johnsy Boy and Rian. If Johnsy Boy's tyres can hold on.
He'll catch him on the last lap, it looks like. But
maybe.
Ran. I didn't see him.
He's just so close to the back of Nathan, and actually this time corrects his mistake from the last lap.
He still has to lift a massive amount.
Yeah, he just sends it there. He knows Nathan's tyres are worse. Nathan will fight it back here, and does try and get back around the outside, but can't hang on, and now Max will fight it. And Fran's did it again! And this is a big off for Fran. Wing damage on that car. He's doing a full 360 there. Fran's race in absolute shambles. And that'll be a pull into the pits for him. Surely he is. Pit entry for Fran. Yeah, not very happy. And you know what? This put...
Yeah,
and
he's retiring.
Yeah, and look, Jari in the points.
And look, oh my god, Max nearly fucking took out Nathan there. Very close through turn 3.
Oh, Nathan with the switchback. There's wheel banging all the way through. There's wheel hooks from Nathan as Max tries to come over. And Nathan, can he hang on around the outside? They're going to go wheel to wheel. Can they hold it through 6 and 7? No. Nathan backs out just for the moment. He'll have another go here. He's going to look up the inside of turn 9.
Very
just
risky.
Can't quite.
Oh my god! Pickle Alex with the hugest snap.
And he
as he goes
still
to the
gets the
outside
run.
of Nathan.
What a run for Pickle Alex to get on the outside, and Nathan can't get anything done. And Nathan now... Well, hold on. Fran actually hasn't retired. He's gone on to a soft. He's stealing the fastest lap.
And he's probably retiring as soon as he gets it.
Unless Fran just doesn't want to be clowned on and thinks Jari will somehow bottle it.
All I'm saying is Yari's in the points. I was looking at that. I was looking at that 10 laps ago, and there we go. Nathan passed Max again, and look at the gap. 5 seconds at the front.
Yeah, it's falling down lap by lap. But how much battery is Rian on? Quick look. As we go back to Max and Nathan. Nathan getting a much better switchback that time on Max. And taking that P6 again.
Oh, they've hit each other.
Yeah, contact. I think on the back of Pickle as well. I think Pickle's gone into Max, who's gone into Nathan. This battle raging on, and Orabeng might be here to spoil the show for one of them at least. Just closing in ever so slightly.
Yet. They all have penalties though, so Orabeng is happy right now.
Yeah, and there goes Max
back.
up the inside. Pickle tries to go up the inside contact.
Could end in tears here. And as we say that, Quiet and Luca are very close.
I mean, Quiet should just have the absolute overspeed. He does. He's going to clear Lucas on the straight, who's not even trying to fight it. Yeah. Let's take a look at Max, because he's got Nathan
3
on
seconds,
the back of him. 3 seconds to gap out in front, but right now, our only focus on Nathan.
Nathan down the inside.
Max, can he hang it? No, not
Shuts the door nearly.
Yeah,
shuts the door perfectly. Pickle Alex has lost a bit of time and has brought Orabeng into DRS.
Yeah, but look at Max again. He's going to the inside. Up the inside of Nathan.
Oh,
can he hang on? Nathan's very wide on the exit. Look to get on the grass a little bit.
The side.
Can Nathan get back up the inside? He looks to have the grip back.
Squeeze.
With Max.
More contact.
This is some great battling between the two of them. There's Fran's 13-4 fastest lap. Out-qualifies himself in the race. That's how good he did. Reminder, he did a 21-0 in qualifying. Actually, would have got pole. Fran retires.
Fran retires on track. It's not going to be a safety car. Too late in the race.
Late, yeah. But
that's 32. 20 lap old tyres with 2 seconds of a gap.
And he only gained a second on that lap, did Rian. So it all comes down to this. Max putting huge pressure on Nathan as Orabeng has joined the fray right at the back of these guys on medium tyres. So anything could go on now. Max into turn 1 should handily clear Nathan. Goes all the way to the inside and does get through on Nathan.
Pickle Alex looks like he has the better of the tyres, it looks like.
Yeah, but Pickle's not fought this whole time, if you think about it. Rian's tyres might be going off. Rian's not even gained like 2/10 on this lap. He just gained 2/10. ST gets past Jari. Can he pull the 3-second gap for his penalty? Or will Jari get a point, or will Joker come and spoil Yari's party here? Because I think much older tyres.
I think Jari will be not having a happy drink tonight after this race.
I mean, he survived the race. I think that's all he's asking for before.
He out-qualified Fran. He's beaten Fran on track. Pretty good race.
Scenes. There goes Pickle, looking to the inside. Can't get a move done on Nathan, who slams the door shut. Pickle really struggling on traction on that exit.
1 second. 1 second. It looks like John's boy is gonna hang on. Yeah, he hasn't got DRS.
It's one more time, Max, with the biggest gap that has been seen in this train. Onto the main straight. Have the tyres gone now? For everyone fighting down the main straight. It looks like Max might keep the position here. Not enough battery for Nathan. Can Orobeng go for it on Pickle? No.
No.
Keeps it responsible.
Let's watch these leaders now into DRS.
Yeah, does Rian have enough? They're both very similar on battery hyper. This could go either way. But Johnsy boy taking those tyres longer than anyone expected. Rian with that much more grip. Holds it flat through the long right-hander of turn 8, and now on the brakes, Johnsy boy can't keep it straight on the track. This is close now between the two leaders. He's going to probably
send it into turn 14.
He has to send it into 14. He's got more grip, but can he do anything to stop Johnsy boy into the final corner? The Dirty M might just save him, but to the line, it's going to be close, but Johnsy boy just about wins it on track.
Hold on a second. Quiet boy. And FaZe Monkey, less than a tenth into the last corner as well.
Yeah, and Quiet Boy out of battery, not able to do anything. It's P3 for FaZe Monkey, P4 for Quiet Boy. Lucas Spurs comes home 5th after a monumental battle. Max takes the win over Nathan, over Pickle, but Orobeng will go P6.
The best news though in the race.
Yari's still P11 and still close enough to ST. Through the final corner, will ride on board with the Belgian waffle. It is P10 for Yari. He scores points in Formula Aero Tier 1. In the race, he said he would probably DNF beforehand. In the race, he didn't want to drive because he was that nervous about it. What a race.
What a race.
From all of these guys. Lucas Spurs P14 to P5, by the way. What a race from him. FaZe Monkey P12 to P3. That is some performances up and down the grid. But Johnsy boy brings it home for the win. Over Rian Spencer. And then in third, FaZe Monkey. That was
wow.
It's the same 3 teams that were in the top 3. Being
last
the same
season,
3 teams. Well, in qualifying, the same 3 teams from qualifying are the same 3 teams that got the podium, but it's a different Kick Sauber driver who did it. FaZe Monkey held on brilliantly, just a few one-stoppers that race, and every one-stopper that finished the race scored points hyper, if that tells you anything, but it was close for Johnsy boy. I do have to say, though, Johnsy boy, yeah, winning that, though. With the one-stop, he was 3 seconds behind Rian in the first stint.
Yeah.
So he pulled that back. Incredible race from all of these
I think that's because Rian got caught behind Lucas for a few laps. That probably is what did it to him. He got caught up behind Lucas in the dirty air for a few laps.
Yeah, and that's what's going to cost you. Getting in dirty air and struggling probably cost the race. And we should hopefully momentarily speak to at least 2 of our top 3. We'll see if Rian wants to come along for one as well. But first and foremost, let's get out of this lobby and get into a much more reasonable interview room. And I think first, actually, we'll take someone not on the podium, because it sounds a lot more funny to speak to this guy before anyone else, if that's even possible.
Oh.
Well, Rian will join General soon. We will speak to first the McLaren driver to end all McLaren drivers. It is Francesco Bernoulli. Fran, how are you doing on this fine afternoon?
I'm gonna be better tomorrow night for sure than what I am now.
Well, that's nice to hear. Ball job, Bernoulli.
Yeah,
I mean, that's coming from the definition of ball job in the dictionary. So
All right, so friend, difficult race and qualifying for you, really. End of qualifying, were you just pushing a bit too hard in that final corner? Because that's probably what stopped you from being up there in the qualifying.
Yeah, I just left my battery on and said fuck it, because I had two really bad for Sector 1 and Sector 2. I was not purple in any of them, so I just left the battery on and prayed.
Yeah, so obviously you were doing quite well in that race. The strategy maybe not working out for you in the end. You had a few little incidents throughout, but was that a generally positive start to the season for you, considering where your performance looked to be?
Yeah, I think you can take positives from today. I think the pace was good. Overtaken was good. I mean, it's Spain. It's a pretty shit track, and considering I was on a setup that didn't really suit me, yeah, I would have loved at least 1 point, but yeah, gave it to Yari instead.
Yeah, obviously, Gary the Wombie's not really ever rated getting a point. I'm sure he'll have a few thank yous to say to you after that race. Yeah, but Fran, obviously, next time out we are in. Where are we? I completely forget. We are in Brazil.
Brazil.
Is that somewhere you're looking forward to?
No, not at all.
All right. Well, in a week's time, we will see you in Brazil, Fran. Hopefully, you have a bit of a better job around there, and we'll be speaking to you because you're on the podium instead of because you DNF'd very late in the race.
Yeah, let's say hopefully, but I think you'll see me in round 3 a bit more than in round 2. But yeah.
Thank you for coming along, Fran. Hopefully, we'll speak to you on the podium a few more times this season.
Hopefully, you'll speak to me tomorrow when I'm crowned world champion. After I beat this fucking guitar wannabe, fucking James Bond or whatever.
All right. Thank you, Fran.
Someone seems very upset.
Yeah, maybe not the best race for him. Next up, Kick Sauber Driver. We're bringing in.
Yeah, did you like my send on you?
Yeah, sorry, FaZe, you're not with Yari anymore. You're in the interview room. How is it going, FaZe? Oh. What a race from you.
Doing good.
Yeah, so one stop from you, which wasn't really the best choice on the field. A lot of people choosing that 2-stop strategy. How did you find the pace in that race to really make that work?
My pace wasn't the best. I think it was just lots of crashes that got me up to where I was. So that helped a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you started P12 after not being able to get your final run in qualifying. Are you going to be sending a ticket my way, I'm assuming, a little bit after this race with what happened with Johnson?
I'm feeling calm, so probably not, because I got P3, so it didn't really matter much.
All right, yeah, and obviously new season, new you, it seems. You were very, let's say, weak towards the end of the last season, and all of a sudden you kind of resurged back to where you were. So do you think you're going to be able to bring these sorts of performances forward in the rest of the season?
Hopefully. I don't want to jinx it like last season in Qatar. So hopefully I can, but it really just depends on everybody else.
All right. Well, thank you for coming along, FaZe. Hopefully we'll be speaking to you a few more times for your podiums. Next up is Aston Martin, but for some reason was driving the Red Bull driver, Johnsy Boy. Johnsy Boy, how are you doing, fella? What a race from you. What a win.
Wait. I can't put you on speaker.
That is beautiful. Put us to his ear.
Do you wanna do someone else first while I figure this out?
Yeah, sure. Let's bring up P2 man, who was in what car again? He was in the Haas.
Yeah.
The beautiful Haas. We'll bring up Rian.
Stop talking to me. The next day he's fucking DMing me saying I'm brain dead.
Rian, you're on commentary.
Oh shit. Oh god.
So,
oh shit.
All right, let's start it again, shall we? Welcome in, Rian. Congratulations on the P2 today. Obviously, I don't think where you expected to finish, but it was a great qualifying from you. Gapped the field by 0.3 in that, and then just looked extremely strong throughout the race.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do one, and then I was like, I'll go a similar soft, try and get away, and then get on 2 pairs of hard, and then right at the end, yeah, the dirty air really helped him into that final few turns. Had to lift off the throttle there, but we'll still take P2.
Yeah, I mean, very strong performance from you in general. That race, I think.
Yeah.
Something to look forward to for the season. You looked pretty much the fastest of everyone through the entire weekend. Is this just something we're going to begin to see, or are you going to be able to carry this sort of performance?
Well, it's Brazil next week, so I'm probably going to be shit. It's my worst track by far, but I hope I can still get maybe a podium. But yeah.
Yeah, that's what you've got to look forward to. Hopefully, we see a lot of action from you. You had a great qualifying, a great race overall, just absolute domination by you, really. And the pace was just always there. Hopefully, you'll win it out a few more times this season.
Yeah, like I said, it's only the first race, there's still plenty more to go, so I hope I can get a few more wins.
All right, well, hopefully we will see you across the rest of the season up in this chat. Thank you for coming along, Rian. That is the wrong place I've just sent him. I meant to send him back there. I'm going to send you with me now to interview Johnsy Boy, who hopefully can sort out his speaker. Johnsy Boy, are we on speaker now?
We are, I can hear you.
Beautiful, you actually have access to this channel. But what a race from you, Johnsy Boy. Genuinely. The win with the one stop. The pace from Rian at the end looked a bit intense, though, yeah?
Yeah, my hands were drenched. I was sweating so much. Like, I was on when I pitted originally, it was like lap 12, I think, and I was planning on doing a 2-stop like literally everyone else, but I did like 3 laps on the hards and saw how low the tyre wear was. And I thought, if I want to win now, because I'd had like 5 people undercut me, I'd have to go for a 1-stop. So I just spent 21 laps just saving tyres, and on the last lap I hit 80%. So I was just pushing and hoping not to get a puncture, really.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the questions that we need to ask here is, towards the end of qualifying, obviously it was traffic paradise.
Yeah,
in that final sector.
I'll take my penalty for next race. I will. But yeah, I did absolutely stiff-faced monkey. But in my defense, though, there was about 8 people in the last sector. I had no idea who was on a fast lap. I'm looking at my mini-map trying to figure it out. And he was also on intermediate, so he wasn't going to, do much anyway. But I will get a penalty for that. I can't take it.
Yeah, I mean, an encouraging performance for you, really, in this first round. We've got a lot of tracks I think you've raced before coming up in the season. Do you think these are going to be tracks you can really keep grinding these sorts of performance out on and maybe host a challenge for the title this season?
That would be cool. It's whether I can be consistent, which I think I can easily get points every race. It's just how often I can be on the podium. But I'm looking at the calendar now. Like, my best tracks are probably like Monza, and Silverstone is historically a good track for me, but I wouldn't say it's my best. And Texas I really like, just Belgium and Texas. I feel like those are going to be good ones for me.
If not for Australia, it looks like it would be a very nice run-in from the break. So it does.
Because, yeah, literally. It's both races just after the week break.
Because Australia is the only one there that doesn't provide any sort of racing.
Yeah, no, I think... Thing is, though, Brazil is a track I have not done at all, and that's going to be the one I have my penalty at, so... It's going to be...
The thing with Brazil, though, is it's very easy to overtake at.
Yeah.
If you know how to overtake it.
Well, I didn't have to do much today. Yeah, I just stayed out in front of everyone.
Yeah, very linear race for you, Johnsy Boy, and a hopeful sign for the future of this season.
That's what I could have got.
Yeah, but Thank you for coming along, Johnsy boy. Thank you, everyone, for coming along to the stream. We will be back in a week's time for the Brazilian Grand Prix in Tier 1, and I will be joined by Gaffo on Monday for Brazil in FA2. Hopefully you've all enjoyed tonight's stream, and we will see you next time.